Hey there, it's Chad coming to you with 1GS Digital Agency. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to edit your footer inside of Elementor. We did some updates to our website recently, and I noticed that our footer no longer contained our privacy policy, cookies, terms and conditions, that kind of good stuff, and figured, hey, good opportunity to record my efforts and create a tutorial video at the same time. So first things first, we're going to log into our website. So this is our WordPress site. So there's two ways to edit the footer of your inside of Elementor. You should have a footer. I'm sure you've got a footer. If you've installed Elementor, the theme you pick out typically comes with a default footer, and so you should have a footer. I can show you if you don't know what a footer looks like. Footer is simply that thing at the very bottom of your website. So here's our footer, and as you can see down here, our privacy policy stuff was missing. So if you typically will have a footer, it's defaulted. You have a header and a footer, and so today's video we're going to talk about how to edit your actual footer. So you're going to log into your WordPress, and there's two ways that you can edit your footer using Elementor. There might actually be more than two ways, but probably the easiest way is to simply open up any web page on your website, and if you scroll down, as if you're going to edit it using Elementor, so like click on Edit with Elementor, any web page on your website, scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see how this is a different color. It's shading to like a green color. That represents that this is a global element, global site element. So if you make changes to this element, it's going to change across your entire website. That's when something shades green like that. That means it's a global element, and that's how Elementor kind of distinguishes that. And so you can click that, and now you can edit your footer. You can also edit your footer, specifically just the footer. Inside of Elementor, they have templates. If you click on Saved Templates, and then scroll to your footer or search for your footer. This is our current footer right here. You can actually click on Edit with Elementor and just edit the actual footer in here. So I'm not going to do that because I've already clicked here. I'm just going to go ahead and edit it from here. And so I want to add some text to this. Now you can edit this however you want. It's just like editing the regular pages using Elementor. It's the same thing, except you're just editing the footer. So I want to add my privacy policy, cookies, and all that good stuff into here. And so right now we've got in this section we've got one column. Well, I want to add a column to this, so I'm simply going to right-click it. I'm going to click Duplicate, and now we've got two columns. And in this text element, this is where I'm going to add my privacy policy, cookies, and terms and conditions. So I'm just going to type cookies, privacy policy, terms and conditions. All right, and I want to put a bar in between these, so I'm going to go ahead and get my little bar icon and stick it between there. Be right back. Whoops. I'm not sure what I just did, but anyway, okay, so I've got my bars here. I noticed something though. So I'm editing an actual header here, and that's not what I want. I want this to be a text element, because I need to create hyperlinks. I need these words to be hyperlinked. Now, there's a couple ways you can go out doing this. You can add some CSS code into here and make these hyperlinked, or you can actually use the right element and make this a text element. So I'm gonna get rid of this element. Remember, we still have our column here, and so now I'm gonna go ahead and use just a simple text. So we're gonna do a text editor here. I'm just gonna drag this over here. Boop. Now we've got our text editor, and so here's where I'm gonna put our privacy policy. Whoops. Privacy policy. We're gonna paste our bar, terms and conditions, paste our bar, cookies. Okay, we're gonna edit this in a second, so don't worry about that. Don't worry about the coloring. So let's go ahead and hyperlink our stuff. So privacy policy, I've already got this right here. So let's do this. Boop. We're going to go ahead and so now that we've got this highlighted, we're going to click right here, Insert Edit Link. So if you click this link options, it gives you a few some extra options here. You can actually search for the privacy policy page of your website directly here. Or if you've got your URL already, you can just go ahead and paste it in there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to paste the URL right there, open link in new tab, or just go directly to it. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Add link. Now we've got that. So now let's do our terms and conditions. Terms. Repeats, rinse and repeat. So I'm just going to paste it in here instead of opening up the link options because I don't need the link options. And then our cookies. Let's get our cookies. And then boop, boop. There we have it. All right, so now we've got this. Okay, so a couple of things I want to do to edit this. I want this to be right justified. So I'm going to go to our text editor, which I'm in now. We're going to go to Style, and we're going to click on Right Justified. See, now we've got it down to the right. I also want this to be centered. You see how this copy is higher in this bar here than this? This looks centered, and this is higher. We're going to play with the centering. So I'm going to click on the actual column, Edit Column. Vertical alignment, it shows default. I want to make this middle. Let's see if that does anything. Nope, that didn't do jack. So let's see. All right, so I think the reason why the spacing is all cuckoo, it's because this is a text element and this is a header. And so there's really no reason for this to be a header. Not sure why whoever designed this used the header here for this. So I'm going to replace this with a text element as well. So I'm just going to copy what's in here now. Copy. I'm going to delete this. And then I'm going to simply add another text editor right here. Put this here. There we have it. And so now it's going to be exactly aligned, which is what we want. And so let me come here. Let me click on my edit column here. I just want to make sure that we're lined up correctly. So let me just come here, layout. It says middle there. So let me come here. Layout, that says middle as well. And as you can see, they're still kind of high up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here to the section editor, click on advanced, and I'm going to add my own cushion. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to go add padding, get rid of this, click on top padding. Let's say we add about 8, and then that should be good. Yeah. All right. So we'll just keep it at 8 there for padding. And then we're going to check the mobile view in a second. But let's go ahead and change up the way this looks, the view of this. So we want this to be white. So I'm going to click on Style here. Text color. I'm going to go ahead and click on Default and just find our white. There we go. Nice and white. I'm not sure why that's purple. Someone used that icon. I'm assuming they did that on purpose. I don't know. So we'll just leave that as is. And then I'm going to come to this text editor and click on that little pencil. Come back over here. Text color. We're going to choose white. And there we go. As you can see, our links are highlighting red. And so here's how you change that. So you're going to come back to the section editor. So I'm clicking right here where it says Edit Section. In Style here, you're going to scroll all the way down to Typography, and then you're going to see here. So you can see link color and link hover color. Here, that's where you would change the actual link color inside of this section. So I'm going to click on Default, and then I'm going to click on, so we just want this to be white as well, and there we have it. Now the link hover color, let's see what it looks like. Right now it's just staying white. That's fine. You can also change the link hover color. Maybe you want to make the link hover color a little darker, so that you see what I did there. I made it a little bit darker, so that's cool. All right, and so there you have it. So now we're just going to go ahead and save this. Before we do that, let's just check how this looks on mobile. All right, so you see how it's kind of got one down there, so we can clean that up by just simply lowering the font size of this. So I'm going to click on the pencil here, this top one. And you want to make sure that you see this where it says the mobile. That's how you know you're editing just mobile. See that little there, that mobile? So I'm going to just change the size here. So let's say this is 12. Let's come over to this one, typography. Let's see what 12 looks like. Yeah, that looks fine. I also want to change the alignments. Right now it's still right justified in mobile view. Let's go ahead and change that alignment to center. And then same thing with this. Let's change this alignment to center as well. Copyright, so all rights reserved. So I'm not sure how I like that reserved kind of hanging there. Let's see what happens. Whoops. Yeah, that's fine. We'll make it at 11. That's cool. All right, and if you want to check your tablet portrait as well, you can do that there. That's fine. We don't have a whole lot of tablet viewers. Okay, and there you have it. And so then you just go ahead and publish this, and when you publish it, all of your, since this was a global element, your footer across your entire website is going to update with your new changes. There you have it. That's a quick video on how to edit the footer of your website used inside of your Elementor.